Across centuries and continents, literature has been humanity's most powerful mirror, reflecting society, morality, psychology, and the human spirit. The written word transcends time and place, offering wisdom, warnings, inspiration, and insight to generations far removed from its origin. While countless books have earned praise, a select few resonate so deeply that they are almost universally recommended. These 10 books span fiction and nonfiction, modern and classic, East and West, but all of them share one characteristic: they leave the reader changed. In the following paragraphs, we'll explore these books in depth, why they are essential, what they teach, and how they have left an indelible mark on the world. To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird is more than just a novel about a young girl in the American South. It's a moral compass disguised as a coming-of-age story. Set in the racially charged 1930s, this novel explores themes of justice, prejudice, empathy, and moral courage through the eyes of Scout Finch, a young girl whose father, Atticus, is a lawyer defending an innocent black man falsely accused of rape. What makes this book unforgettable is its fusion of childhood innocence with the ugly truths of society. Through Scout's evolving awareness, readers come face to face with the complexities of racism and integrity. Atticus Finch becomes a symbol of righteousness, not because he wins, but because he chooses to fight a losing battle on principle. This novel reminds us that standing up for what is right often means standing alone, and it remains a timeless guide to human decency. Number 2, 1984, by George Orwell. George Orwell's 1984 is a terrifying, brilliant portrayal of a totalitarian world in which thought itself is monitored and truth is a flexible tool of the ruling elite. In Orwell's dystopia, Big Brother watches every citizen, the language is manipulated to limit free thought, and history is constantly rewritten. The protagonist, Winston Smith, tries to reclaim his individuality and discover truth, only to be crushed by a regime that punishes even silent rebellion. This novel is not merely political fiction, it's a prophetic warning. Written in 1948, it anticipated the rise of mass surveillance, government overreach, and the erosion of objective reality. Terms like doublethink, newspeak, and thought crime have entered our vocabulary because Orwell's fears remain startlingly relevant. 1984 serves as a vital defense of free thought, truth, and resistance, making it essential reading for any society that values liberty. Number 3, Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Few novels blend wit, romance, and societal critique as masterfully as Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice. Set in 19th century England, the novel centers on Elizabeth Bennet and her evolving relationship with the proud Mr. Darcy. But beneath its charming romantic surface lies a sharp critique of class, gender roles, and social expectations. Elizabeth's refusal to marry for anything less than love, and her keen observations about the limitations placed on women, mark her as a revolutionary character in literature. Austen's prose is elegant, her characters multidimensional, and her commentary timeless. The novel remains deeply resonant because it questions whether we are ruled by pride, prejudices, or genuine self-awareness. It's a story not just of love, but of growth, and of the courage to challenge societal norms without compromising integrity. Number 4, The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby captures the glittering facade of the American dream and the tragic emptiness often found behind it. Set in the Roaring '20s, a time of jazz, wealth, and excess, the novel follows Jay Gatsby, a mysterious millionaire who throws lavish parties hoping to win back his lost love, Daisy Buchanan. Narrated by Nick Carraway, the story unfolds as a commentary on ambition, identity, and illusion. Gatsby's downfall is not just personal, it's a critique of a society that equates success with materialism. The novel's poetic language and haunting symbolism, like the green light across the bay, make it a literary masterpiece. It questions whether dreams are ever truly attainable, or if, as Fitzgerald wrote, we beat on, boats against the current, borne back ceaselessly into the past. For anyone navigating ambition and authenticity, this book is a revelation. Number 5, 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Few novels have reshaped global literature the way Gabriel Garcia Marquez's 100 Years of Solitude has. A cornerstone of magical realism, this novel tells the saga of the Buendia family in the fictional town of Macondo. Spanning generations, it weaves history, myth, and fantasy into a rich tapestry that mirrors Latin America's cultural and political upheavals. The novel's strength lies in its cyclical nature. Time repeats, mistakes are inherited, and history becomes legend. Marquez uses the surreal to illuminate truths about war, love, solitude, and human folly. Despite its fantastical elements, ghosts, levitation, and prophetic parchments, the novel is grounded in emotional realism. Its lyrical prose and layered symbolism demand patience, but reward the reader with profound insights. It's a book that doesn't just tell a story, it creates a world. And reading it feels like stepping into a dream that lingers long after the final page. Number 6. The Catcher in the Rye by J.D. Salinger. The Catcher in the Rye captures the disillusionment of youth like few other works. Through the voice of Holden Caulfield, a teenager wandering New York City after being expelled from school, the novel explores themes of identity, alienation, and the phony nature of adult society. Holden's cynical, yet sensitive narration creates an intimate connection with readers, particularly young adults struggling to make sense of a complex world. Though often controversial for its language and subject matter, the novel resonates because it is honest. Holden is flawed, vulnerable, and frequently lost, but his desire to protect innocence, represented by his fantasy of being a catcher in the rye, reveals a deep longing for meaning in a world he feels is superficial. This novel endures not because it offers answers, but because it so perfectly articulates the questions that plague adolescence, and often adulthood. Number 7. Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind by Yuval Noah Harari. In Sapiens, historian Yuval Noah Harari offers an astonishing journey through 70,000 years of human history, from primitive foragers to gods of technology. What makes this book remarkable is its breadth and accessibility. Harari distills complex scientific, anthropological, and sociological theories into clear, compelling narratives that challenge how we see ourselves. He questions everything we take for granted: money, religion, empires, capitalism, and even happiness. Harari's tone is curious and bold, often controversial, but always thought-provoking. He argues that shared myths, gods, nations, laws, are what allow humans to cooperate in large groups. This capacity for shared belief, he suggests, is both our greatest strength and our most dangerous weakness. Sapiens is not just history, it's a mirror to the present and a window into the future. It inspires readers to reconsider their place in the world and what it means to be human. Number 8. Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment is a psychological tour de force that plunges readers into the tormented mind of Raskolnikov, a destitute student who commits murder believing himself to be above moral law. What follows is a descent into guilt, madness, and spiritual rebirth. The novel is not merely a crime thriller, it's a philosophical exploration of morality, justice, and redemption. Dostoevsky dissects the dangers of radical ideology and the psychological burden of guilt with unparalleled depth. Through Raskolnikov's inner turmoil and eventual confession, the novel asks whether redemption is possible and what it takes to achieve it. It also presents a fascinating portrayal of poverty, despair, and the human capacity for empathy. Crime and Punishment is a demanding read, but its insights into human nature are unmatched. For readers seeking a profound understanding of conscience, this book is essential. Number 9. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho is a deceptively simple story with universal appeal. It follows Santiago, a shepherd boy who dreams of finding treasure in the Egyptian pyramids. Along the way, he encounters mentors, omens, love, and ultimately the realization that the true treasure lies within. The novel's charm lies in its spiritual wisdom and poetic style. It reads like a fable, but speaks directly to the soul, encouraging readers to follow their dreams, trust the universe, and listen to their hearts. Coelho draws heavily on alchemical and mystical symbolism, making the book both inspiring and meditative. Its message that pursuing one's personal legend is the ultimate purpose of life has touched millions. For those standing at life's crossroads or doubting their path, The Alchemist offers both comfort and a call to adventure. No 10. Beloved by Toni Morrison. Toni Morrison's Beloved is a haunting, poetic novel that confronts the traumatic legacy of slavery in America. Based on the true story of an escaped enslaved woman, the novel centers on Sethi, who is haunted by the ghost of her dead daughter. Morrison blends historical realism with supernatural elements to explore themes of memory, guilt, motherhood, and the enduring impact of slavery on identity. The prose is lyrical and complex, weaving past and present into a tapestry of pain and resilience. What makes Beloved essential is its unflinching portrayal of the psychological scars left by systemic oppression. It demands that readers not look away from uncomfortable truths, but face them with empathy and understanding. Morrison's storytelling is both intimate and epic, personal and political. This book is not just a narrative, it's a reckoning. It teaches that healing requires remembrance, and that love can both destroy and redeem. These 10 books explored above are more than stories or histories. They are mirrors reflecting the complexities of the human condition and maps guiding us toward deeper understanding. Whether through fiction or nonfiction, they challenge our assumptions, stretch our empathy, and expand our awareness. They speak to different parts of the soul. Some offer comfort, others confront us with hard truths, and a few light the path toward purpose. These books are not meant to be consumed and forgotten, but reread, reinterpreted, and revisited over a lifetime. They serve as lifelong companions in the journey of growth, reminding us that while life is short, wisdom is immortal. Reading them may not solve all problems, but it will undeniably deepen the way we experience the world and ourselves.